that. It's a lot of money. Why are you mad like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag, my bad. You ain't get too bad, my bad. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Friday, payday, run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. 48 yards, I run it back. I cop a car, I run it back. Go your then run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. Hello? That's the jag calling. Let me click over real quick to let my jag talk it. I eat it, ooh, Pac-Man. That's the way my neck talking. I ain't never coming back.
Few better places in the country weather-wise this time of year than this one right here, Tampa, Florida, and beautiful Raymond James Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Dallas Cowboys and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Down, 60 or recon, 132 fighter. Go, Jackrabbit, come on.
Sony Michel, his first carry. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Hey, Sam off. Whip. Watch the whip. Go.
They'll run with Michel. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Off play action. Herbert. Open man has got it. It's complete. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 55 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
Flush to his right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Herbert. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd. Gay's kick is good. And the Bucs take a 3-0 lead. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
After the made field goal, Gay back out there to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
Here we go. 60 Pittsburgh. He's trying to win. He's trying to run. Check. Ready to go.
Naeem Hines, his first carry. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 11. And an alley to run. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8.
Well, it looked like a quick hitter, a 3-step drop, but when it's not there, what do? He elects to try and escape through the massive bodies up the middle, and he does so and picks up positive yardage.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. 70 in. You gonna see me in your nightmare. Exit. 52, 157, go.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. Melvin Ingram in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 now on the season. They'll look to throw. And it is incomplete. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off, and it'll be a turnover on downs.
Check. Lucky.
Now a first down carry. It's Michel. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. From the gun, they run with Michel. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
He can run for it, and he will. And he's going to be marked down short of the first down, right around the 17. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the left hash, this from 34. And so scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goals probably not what they were hoping for.
Man, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
Let's go.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened.
Do you think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Now back to throw. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Sewer Cravens. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. He'll look to throw. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
They're going to look to throw. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Now remember, they were unsuccessful earlier in this first quarter. Going for it on fourth. They're going to try a second time. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And this is caught. That's Watkins. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Cowboy first down. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Six nothing our score after one.
Come on, set. 61. Matchbox, light. 25. Check hard. No. Alpha. Ready.
Back to throw here. Flushed out right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Levante David making his presence felt in the backfield. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
52 the mark, 52. Right here.
Second and 14. Buying time to his left. He rifles one that's intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
This drive starts out on the ground with Michel, and just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. Second and 10 coming up. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10. Off play action. Herbert being chased out left. Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. The Bucs on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is third and 10. Looking to throw. Herbert. And that will be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. Fielded just inside the 30. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a first and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
He'll get 8 on the scramble there.
Set. Ken Lobo. I got you. One, move. 52. 52. Roll your jaw. Ready, go.
Second and 2. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
That's very well timed there defensively, because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. They'll drop to throw. And this is caught by Watkins. 20. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. First down. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Melvin Ingram in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for him. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And a nice job there defensively to contain him and get him to the ground a few yards short of the first down marker. The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still 4th down. Brett Maher now for the Cowboy field goal. From the right hash, and this one just a chipping. The kick by Maher is good. And they are on the board, trailing now 6-3. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups. Check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
The Bucs on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 7. Operating from the gun, Herbert. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. This is taken at the 15. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3-point CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
First down, Dallas.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll pull it down. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League. He'll set up to throw. Dancing to his left. And he fires one that's intercepted. Sua Cravens with a pick. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question, because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Matchbox lights. Ready?
Now Michelle. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job, and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
2 yards, good enough for a first. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
And they'll try the jet sweep here. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber. Hey, seam 6, seam 6.
2nd and 3. And now he'll tuck it and run. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down. On 1st and 10, Herbert flush to his right. Godwin's got it. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Chris Godwin, as time expires in the first half, as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. You knew time was going to run out, so this had to be in the end zone, and somehow they were able to find a window and get it done.
Very easy for us to talk about up here that, yes, all that had to happen, but when time's running down, sometimes your brain compresses a little bit too. They showed great poise, understanding of situation, making sure they got to the end zone in order to complete that pass and take a nice momentum into the locker room.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you, because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Flushed out right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Olivier Vernon able to record his 5th sack of the season.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Going right side here, and that's complete. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
52. Watch 52. 52's the mic. Ready? 52's the mic.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. A 4th down, no problem. 19 yards that time, but now it's 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Sua Cravens able to record his 5th sack of the season. They'll set up a throw. And this is caught by Watkins. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A very solid gain of 27. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Hey, switch gears, switch gears.
Looking to throw. Forced out to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Melvin Ingram in there for the sack. And he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. He'll look to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off inside the 10. And a very good return as he takes us all the way up to the 35-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
On the ground is Michel, and he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Let's go now. 60 outlaw.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Don't get
At
nervous.
the 46-yard line.
On 2nd down, Michel. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
To throw on 3rd down. Herbert. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
That's what I do. Scene 6. 52's the mic right here over there, right? 52's the mic. Come off the ball. Swag dog.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Carlton Davis picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here. Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. This defense trying to do its part, active hands on that play, but their offense hasn't given them much to work with.
So they're not going to worry about it. On their side of the ball, all they're concerned about, can they create some scoring opportunities and help out that offense?
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10.
Set, ready. 18 Gator. Blue dot Porkers, blue dot Porkers. Buzz. Let's go.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. It's a gain of 16 and the Dallas 1st down. Back now in Tampa. It's the Cowboys in possession of the football, but they trail here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Olivier Vernon able to record his 5th sack of the season. 2nd and long. Going deep here for Watkins. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. They'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a 1st down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Sammy Watkins, his 9th touchdown of the season, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
Again, it's Michel. He'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. This defense really clamping down. Although they're losing the game still, this second half has been theirs.
And they're winning it. I almost equate it to being a boxer. And whenever you see a good fight, the guy who's on his toes and doing the punching, that's the guy who's winning. And that's the way they're going at it defensively now. Much more aggressive in their calls, much more aggressive in their pursuit.
On 4th down, Herbert. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Bucs try it on 4th down, but come up empty. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Eluding the pressure right. Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. A little risky there when you roll out of that pocket right like he did. You complete the pass, but you don't get anything out of it.
But how many times have we seen when a quarterback exits out of the pocket, doesn't matter whether they go left or right, the defense loses its leverage, right? There's a little chaos back there, and receivers come open. Great discipline on that play. They didn't let that happen and held it to no gain.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. They're going to look to throw. Flush to his right. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Sammy Watkins. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Cowboys have taken the lead.
There it is, partner. You see it. 4 fingers. What does that mean?
Fingers. That signifies the 4th quarter's here.
That's right. Who's going to dominate? Usually both teams are holding them up. We own the 4th quarter. What we found out so far. 2 touchdowns here, and now they've taken the lead.
Yeah, second one putting them in front. You know what I see on the other sideline, though? It seems like they've tensed up, had that lead. They were playing not to lose it, and they've lost it.
That's a great observation. When you play not to lose, you usually don't win.
Now, though, they'll have the opportunity to respond. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Off the play fake. Herbert. He's got a man complete. A big 30-yard play on 3rd.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He completes it to Evans. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 25 yards that time. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
On the ground, Michelle, and he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That'll be a pickup of 4 as they work with his 4-point fourth-quarter lead. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
On second down, Michelle, and he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal.
Go! And Tusa. Here we go, D.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here, coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you analyze it, 3, 4, 5 plays are going to be the ones you focus on. And that last play was one of them. The last shot had to take it, and they came up with the interception and sealed their victory.